Hi, I'm Karan from Karna Institute of Technology, URK20CS307. This video we are going to see about the activity diagram by using the star UML. Aim to draw the UML diagram for the given application online classifier like sites like OLX.com. Objective is to activity diagram are used to document workflows in a system for a business level down on the operation level. When looking at any activity diagram, you will notice element from the state diagram. In this fact, the activity diagram is a variation of the state diagram, and that states represent that operation, the transaction represent the activities that happen when the operation is complete. The general purpose of the activity diagram is to focus on flow driven by the internal processing by external events. In this discussion, activity states to mark an action of an object like an oval. The notation for these states are rounded off rectangle. The some notations are found in state chart diagram. Transition: when activity state is completed, processing moves to another activity state. Transaction are used to mark this movement. Transaction are molded using the arrows. This is an transaction arrows, and Swimlane divides the activities according to the objective, arranging uh, object in a column format and placing activities by an object with a column. Objects are listed at the top of the column, and vertical bars separately that columns to perform a streamliness. Initial state: the initial state marks as the entire point of the initial activity state. The notation of the initial state is the same of state chart diagram, a solid circle. There can only be an initial state on the diagram. The final state marks the end of the model's workflows. These can multiple final states in a diagram that states that molded using a solid circle surrounded by the another circle. In the synchronized bar, activities often do done parallel. The split the processing work or to resume the processing when the multiple activities to be completed as joined. Synchronized bars are used to these are molded within solid rectangle with the multiple transactions going in and out or scenarios of the application. We used activity diagram to illustrate the flow of control in the system refers to steps involved in the execution of user case. We molded sequential and concurrent activities using activity diagram. So we basically depict workflows visually using an activity diagram. An activity diagram focuses on condition of flows and a sequence in which happens. Describes the debit where what causes a particular event using the activity diagram. UML models basically three types of diagram, namely structure diagram, iteration diagram, and behavior diagram. An activity diagram is an behavioral diagram. It depicts the behavior of a system. An activity diagram portrays that control flow from the start point to the finish point, showing the various description paths that exist while the activity is being executed. We can depict both sequential processing and concurrent processing of activities using the activity diagram. They are used to business process modeling, where the primary use is to depict the dynamic aspects of a system. An activity diagram is very similar to the flowchart. So let us understand if an activity diagram flowchart were typically invented earlier than activity diagram. Non-programmer use follows flowchart in a model of workflows. For example, a manufacturer uses a flowchart to explain the illustrate how a particular product of manufacture. We can flow the chart of primitive version of an activity diagram. Business process where the decision making is involved in the expression using the flowchart. This is the flowchart of that online classifier like OLX.com. A customer to enter the website, the system will processing the data, and it will ask the customer to name the name of the customer, select the product and the address to be delivered. After this, seller the system will deliver the message to the seller and verify the order and confirm by the seller to the system. And after that, it is going to the delivery boy. This delivery boy, the delivery boy will be getting a payment and delivery charge, and the product is ready, and the product message delivered by the product is ready by the delivery boy, and it will be sent to the system, and the system will notify the customer and ask the feedback to the service, and after that we ask the payment of online or cash. If online account number and password and secured pin, and it will store in the website account. If cash, the delivery charge and the ratings of the service. The result of this activity diagram for the given application online class, where like OLX.com is done and verified. Okay, thank you.